All praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakodash, double honor to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the believers, the elect of the nation of Israel. So you have a Salmonella outbreak going on, and it's being linked to eggs. Okay? People getting sick. It's an outbreak going on. Egg recall in effect amid Salmonella outbreak in 14 states. Nearly 100 reported sick. I'm just going into the headlines. Just reading the article. That's it. We have to stay prayed up. We have to pray over our food. We have to pray in general because people are getting sick. Okay. Different foods making people sick. Different water making people sick. It's different foods in general. You still got air pollution. We're still breathing in chemtrails, right? It says a salmonella outbreak linked to eggs has sickened nearly 100 people in 14 states, including 4 cases in Minnesota, according to the CDC. Country Eggs LLC issued a recall on Wednesday for cartons labeled large brown cage-free sunshine yolks or omega-3 golden yolks. The eggs were packed in individual retail cartons under the brand names Nakatoshi Produce, Misuhu, and Nahaya Markets. Check for the carton code CA7695 and sell by dates of July 1st through September 18th. 18 people have been hospitalized, the CDC said, but there have been no reported deaths connected to the outbreak, with most cases reported in California. The CDC urges consumers not to eat the recalled eggs and wash all surfaces the eggs may have touched. Salmonella symptoms include diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps 6 hours to 6 days after being exposed to the bacteria, according to the CDC. Anyone experiencing bloody diarrhea bouts of diarrhea lasting for more than 3 days, dehydration from the inability to keep liquids down due to excessive vomiting, and having a fever above 102 degrees are urged to seek medical help as soon as possible. Just reporting on this. That's all. Just reporting on this. That's all. Let's go to this article. It says recall alert: brown eggs pulled from shelves after salmonella outbreak sickens 95 people. What if people don't know about the recall? What if people don't know about these articles? They're gonna eat the eggs. They're gonna find themselves sick. There's an active recall underway on brown eggs connected to a multi-state salmonella outbreak, the FDA announced Wednesday. The eggs sourced from Country Eggs LLC of Lucerne Valley, California. 18 people have been hospitalized, but no deaths has been reported. Here's what you need to know, including how to identify the recalled eggs and what to do if you have them in your refrigerator. Identifying the recalled eggs. All recalled eggs are described as large, brown, cage-free, sunshine or omega-3 golden yolk eggs, and were sent to grocery stores and food service distributors in California and Nevada between June 16th, 2025 and July 9th, 2025. The eggs were sold in dozen packs under the following brand names, sell by dates, and codes. Nakatoshi Produce with sell by dates of July 1st, 2025 through September 18th, 2025. Then you got My Suho with sell by dates July 1st, 2025 through September 18th, 2025. Then you got the Nihaya Markets with sell by dates of July 1st, 2025 through September 18th, 2025. So the salmonella is making the people sick. Salmonella is a group of bacteria that cause a salmonellosis infection, a foodborne illness that causes symptoms like diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and fever. Symptoms of salmonellosis, more commonly known as just salmonella, develop within 6 hours to 6 days after eating contaminated food, such as raw cookie dough or fish, or handling animals that carry the bacteria, like chickens or reptiles, without washing your hands afterward. It's a lot of people in these restaurants, they don't wash their hands, but they making the food. That's just the reality of things, man. In the United States, there are an estimated 1.35 million cases of salmonella infections annually. Most people recover within a week without treatment, but some people, including infants, young children, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems or chronic health conditions, are more likely to develop severe symptoms and need hospitalization to recover. Hey, we gotta watch out for these eggs. Watch out. Let the scriptures say, we're gonna eat our bread defiled. It's Ezekiel 4, verse 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And the food we eat is defiled. We try the best we can. We try to do our best, but we're in hell. We are in hell, and the food that we eat is polluted. We try to eat the best things that we can in this wicked society, But at the end of the day, we're not growing our own foods. For the most part, we don't have no land and farms. They spraying chemtrails in the air. They putting pesticides on the foods to make them last longer, to make them look fresher. They putting wax on vegetables and fruits. So we try to take the wax off. We try to wash off the wax. It's like a wax coating they put on fruits and vegetables to make the shelf life, to make their shelf life last longer. The foods that we're eating is defiled. This Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And one of those curses was what? When you go down to verse 48 in the NLT says, you will serve your enemies whom the Lord will send against you. You will be left hungry, thirsty, naked, and lacking in everything. Right? The Lord will put a yoke of iron on your neck, oppressing you harshly until he has destroyed you. And that's a curse that the Lord put upon us. We have to go to these different nations for the one of all things. Okay? That's why we be left for. We be hungry, we thirsty, and we have to go to these different grocery stores to buy food and water. But certain foods and different liquids, certain waters defiled. You got forever chemicals in water. You got the water in plastic bottles. You see? You got plastic in the food, plastic in the waters. But we eating defiled food and we're still living. That's the mercy of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. That's the reason why we still alive this day, is because of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai's mercy. Okay? And yes, in slavery, we did have a yoke of iron upon our necks and our hands and ankles. We have to go to this nation, Esau, Edom, since they're the top nation to be ruling right now. The so-called white race, the so-called white man, the Edomites, they're in power, they're in rulership. So we have to go to that nation for the one of all things. So that's a curse that Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai put upon his people. So we're cursed as a nation. All right. So with that, all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Shalom.